Hello, precious family. I believe God you've had a very beautiful week and all is well with you and your families. Anyway, we wish you a happy Easter. It's Pastor Derek and Selgilia from the Marriage School, and we are coming with part 3 of the wrong reasons why people enter into marriage.
Welcome to the Marriage School with Pastors Derek and Selgelia Agre Solomon. Here at the Marriage School, we believe it is God's will for you to experience marital bliss at its fullest. And as such, we seek to equip you with the practical tools and resources for a successful marriage. Pastors Derek and Selgelia are both ministers of the gospel at Shine Ministries International located in London. They are also published authors of well-known marriage counseling books such as Built to Last and God's Spices for Marriage. Through the Marriage School, they share their vast knowledge about the marital landscape. Using the Word of God as their foundation, they provide couples with resources and strategies that prove helpful in navigating the marital waters. So join us this and every Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT on our Facebook page for fresh and new insights into the world of marriage.
That people have had all kinds of issues and problems and whatnot in their marriages because they got their foundation wrong. They got into it for the wrong reasons. And we are grateful to God for allowing us to learn how to do it right so we will enjoy our marriage. And we have our own, the very Reverend D. Agre Solomon with us here today. Isn't he looking lovely on the Resurrection Sunday? And I know that he's got something for us. Pastor Derek, you are welcome.
Thank you.
You look really nice.
Thank you. You look even better.
Happy Resurrection Sunday.
Thank you.
We
And
can't
happy
do it.
Resurrection Sunday.
Thank you. So we want to go into part 3
Yeah.
of the wrong reasons why people get married.
Yeah, hello everyone. God bless you. Please make sure you share this thing. Let it bless somebody. One other reason, wrong reason why people get in marriage is using dreams, visions, revelations, and prophecies. Okay? You should never marry somebody because you dreamt you were marrying them, or they come to tell you that they dreamt they were having a wedding with you. They just might have been fantasizing about you before they went to bed. Okay? So you don't marry based on dreams. Marriage is a real thing. Marriage is serious business.
Because it's dream, not a real thing.
Marriage is serious business. You don't joke with it. You don't give your whole life. You don't give your whole life to another person for the rest of your life because they had a dream. Man, it doesn't work like that. God may give you a dream. I'm not trying to despise dreams, but make sure that you yourself love the person and the two of you agree. The person loves you. The two of you are determined to, or you are happy to do it together. You should never marry somebody because they had a dream or because they had a prophecy that they'll marry you. They went to church and a prophet called them and said that, Mercy, 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 mercy. The one who lives near to your house, that is your wife. And then they come to tell you that, oh, they went to tell the prophet said,
Mercy,
you are
mercy,
their wife.
mercy.
Then also, oh, then I'm ready, let's marry. No, listen, you will struggle in that marriage. We do not marry based on prophecy. We do not marry based on dreams and visions. I believe that God leads people to the right kind of husbands and wives. I'm an example. I heard God's voice about my wife, but I never went to tell her, God says I should come and marry you. No. I myself took my time, prayed about it, studied her, and determined for myself that is this the woman I want? Is this the woman I love? Before I decided to marry her. Do the work yourself so you don't come and blame God later. You don't blame dreams later. Take responsibility about your marital destiny. Don't marry with dreams, visions, revelations, and prophecies. It's a very wrong way to start a marriage. Most of them don't end well. God bless you.
Pastor Derek, I mean, somebody will argue that it's spiritual because the reason why I was laughing is because when I was growing up, a brother told me that we used to attend the same church. And one day he came to me, I think I was at the back of the church hall alone. He came to me and said, he had a dream that we were getting married, we were in a wedding. I think I was really annoyed because I knew that he had tried several times to get me into a relationship and I was not giving in. So the final trick or whatever, maybe he had it was a dream. But somebody might say that dreams, prophecies and whatnot are spiritual things.
Yeah, you don't despise them. But what I'm saying is that even if you have a dream about a person, pray about it, work on it, and make sure that you yourself love the person and the person equally loves you. And if anybody comes to tell you that they had a dream, make sure that you yourself love them and you are ready to physically go into a marriage. Don't just go there because they told you they had a dream.
And because God is not an author of confusion,
yeah.
If really God is giving somebody a dream about you, you will be convinced.
Yeah.
You will have peace. You have that conviction that this is the right person, whether you had a dream or not. So do it right. Don't follow dreams just because somebody had a dream. Be convinced.
Yeah.
I think we can go for another one.
Yeah. Another very wrong reason to go into marriage is through bets. Where you bet with somebody that I bet you this year I'm going to get married. By hook, this year I'm going to get married. I believe in faith, okay? But you don't go and bet me this year I'm going to get married. And so anybody that comes, you realize that the year is going fast and the bet is...
sometimes they put money on it.
Yeah, they put money on it. And then you force yourself, anybody you meet, you have to marry so that you win the bet. Or I'll marry Evans, by all means. I'm telling you, Evans is the one, let's bet on this. I'll marry Evans. Then you just go. And you two, you are there. And they marry you or you go and marry. Those things usually don't go well. Take your time. Let God lead you. Follow the timings of God and the leadings of God to the right person and marry in the right timing. Don't do it based on bet, because when you place bet on things like that, you are now forced to work under duress. You are forcing yourself to meet a certain criteria because you want to prove a point to somebody. We never marry to prove a point. Don't marry to prove to people that you can marry. Don't marry to prove that, yes, I told you I married this and I've married. No, take your time and do it right. And God will honor you.
I like that. We don't marry to prove a point.
Yeah.
That's very important. So don't marry based on dreams, revelations, and prophecies. Don't marry because of a bet. Number 3, please.
Don't marry because you are eager to leave your father's house, especially for the ladies. Okay,
Pastor, it's true.
You've had arguments with your father.
You just want to
all
go.
the time. You go out, you come late. As long as you're under my roof, you can't be coming to this house by 10 p.m. You must be here at 7. So I'm tired. I'm just going to get married so I will live here and then I'll be free. Please, if you want freedom, get a job. If you have a job, go and rent a place on your own and live there if you want freedom. But don't use marriage as the escape route. Don't use marriage as an escape route because you just want to leave your father's house, or they are always, people in the father's house are always laughing at you. Maybe your brothers and sisters are laughing at you that you are getting old, marry. So you get tired saying, I'll just leave this place and go and marry so that people will know that me too. Don't do that. Marriage is a very solemn journey. We don't enter into it carelessly. Okay? Don't just get up and say, I'm eager to leave my father's house. So anybody who comes, I'm just going to marry them so that I'll leave this house for them. Don't do that.
And sometimes when you do that, you don't leave your father's house with a blessing.
Yeah, you don't live with a blessing.
Because you are living out of anger or bitterness or whatever. So you are in a hurry to go and you don't wait for your father's blessing before. And it's extremely important that we marry with our parents' blessings, both mother and father, where it is possible. So don't marry because you want to leave your father's house. Marry for the right reasons. Number 4, please.
Don't marry because you are desperate for sex. And you are a Christian and you don't want to sin.
Pastor Derek, didn't the Bible say that if you are burning, marry?
Yeah, if you are burning, marry. But do not let the burning drive you into sex. Learn self-control, because even in marriage, you still need self-control. If it's just sex that leads you, you will struggle in marriage, because in marriage, you cannot always have sex. Okay? When your wife is menstruating, you cannot have sex. or when you yourself are menstruating, you will not be able to have sex. Sometimes during pregnancy, some of the pregnancies can be complicated. You may not be able to have sex. Your wife may travel, or you yourself will travel. You may not be able to have sex. Sometimes you'll be on some long fast. You may not be able to have sex. There are so many reasons.
Sometimes you may not just be in the mood.
Yeah. Sometimes you're having an argument. You can't have sex. Okay. Even if you go, she will push you away. All right. So you must learn some level of self-control as a person. You must, if you're going to be a successful Christian, you must learn some level of self-control. You will not always get sex, even if you are married. You will not always get sex. So don't let sex be the predetermining factor why you rush into a marriage. Okay? Yes, in a good marriage, you get a lot of good sex, but don't let that be the leading factor. Marry because you love the person. Marry because you are ready to marry. Marry because you feel at peace in your heart that this is the right person and this is the right time. Don't do it because you are burning, you are eager to have sex. After the first few sexes, when it tears off your eyes, it will start with fighting, and you fight and fight and fight. You don't want that.
When what tears off your eyes?
Yeah, when the sex tears off your eye. And one thing is, let me just add this one quickly to it, that if you marry somebody whose character is bad, you lose appetite for all the sex. You will not even be able to have sex. If the person has a bad attitude, bad character, if you're always fighting, you are not happy in the marriage, you'll never be able to have sex anyway. So don't let sex be the predetermining factor. Let character be. Let the leadings of God be. Let the peace of God be. Let love lead. And you will have a good time.
Amen. This is wise counsel. Do we have time for one more, please?
Yeah, because you don't marry because you need a father figure for your children. Maybe you were once married, you've gone through a divorce, or your husband is passed, or your wife is passed, and or you just got pregnant out of wedlock, okay? And then you come and say you need a father figure, you need somebody who come and take care of your children, to be there for your children, because you don't want the children growing up without a man. And then it's not a bad idea, but don't let that be the main factor. Because you may rush and bring some Brother Daniel or something in, and it will not be good for your marriage. It will not be good for your heart. They will frustrate you. So it's a good thing, but be careful that you don't get desperate. Hey, I need a man for my children. I need a man for my children. You get somebody who will turn you also into a child, beat you and the children and everything like that. Or you want a wife for your children because maybe you lost your wife. Yeah, you lost your wife, or you didn't get to marry the person, and the children are in your custody, and you are desperately looking for a woman who will help you take care of the children. You may get somebody who will come and abuse your children and frustrate you. So take your time. Take your time. It's a good thing, but take your time and make sure that the person loves you and you love them genuinely, and the timings are right. Don't just pick somebody because you want to solve a problem. Don't use marriage to solve a problem. Okay, marry right. If the marriage solves the problem, we bless God. But never use marriage to solve a problem. It can backfire big time. It can create bigger problems for you than you ever envisaged.
Thank you, Pastor Derek. I think we can just chip in one more.
Don't marry because you feel bored and lonely. If you feel bored and lonely, commit yourself to various social activities. Commit yourself to church. Join the choir, join the prayer warriors, join the ushers, join something, join the netball club in your neighborhood, join some association that helps old people in the neighborhood. Yeah, support, do something, go and volunteer in the nearest hospital, do something, fill your time.
Yeah.
Okay, learn a new course, study a new career, learn a new hobby. Learn a new trade, learn hairdressing, learn tailoring. Fill your time with things. Don't just marry because you feel bored. I must marry because I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely. Yes, good marriage can overcome loneliness, but a bad marriage can make you lonelier than you were before you got married. I am a marriage counselor. I've seen wives who are lonelier than they were before they got married in their marriages. Okay, I've seen husbands who are very lonely, but they are married. So don't think that once you marry, all your loneliness will go. It's a good marriage that kills loneliness. Take your time and marry right, and you will not have loneliness. But don't use loneliness as the reason why you go and marry. Okay? God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Derek. I think we can end here. So, dear listeners, don't marry to prove a point. Don't use marriage to solve a problem. Take your time and do it right. God bless you. And until we come your way again next week, God willing, it's Pastor Derek and Julia from the Marriage School. Have a beautiful week.
Bye-bye.